that's what I look forward to, and that's why I've come here, so that I have the opportunity to learn and see what can be done. And there are initiatives which are already taking place. So very briefly, I would like to speak a little on on the speech which has anyway been prepared for me. To be honest, I'm a little nervous because my IT skills are very, very poor, and I don't mind admitting it in front of each one of you here, because all of us, I probably would say, we're all learning here. So anyway, I'll go directly to the speech. Dear friends, first of all, I congratulate everybody who is participating in this exhibition, and all dear friends and companies that would be receiving a very prestigious award here. It gives me great pleasure to come all the way from Delhi to give out this award and to participate and be a part of this exhibition. I think it is very impressive that this exhibition has been done in such a large scale. I can see that this has brought together people from diverse demographic and professional backgrounds who share the common aim of using information and communication technologies for the use of development. ICT is definitely the need of the hour, and therefore a type of a function like this, which provides a platform for people to share their knowledge with the stakeholders, is of utmost importance. Given the importance ascribed to access to knowledge in the knowledge economy and the knowledge society context, ICTs have tremendous potentials in facilitating it, prevailing over the barriers of time, space, and distances. They help in providing the right information to the right person at the right time, either at his own place or near or her own place through shared access centers. Just before I came to this function, when I was in Delhi, one of my very good friends who is a member of parliament from Karnataka, Mr. Swami, he told me, and he came to meet me, and he told me about how he has started a video conferencing in his residence in Delhi, where there is direct access of his constituency to Delhi. So whenever he's in Delhi, he can talk to and watch and have a direct interaction with his constituency people. And I was very, very fascinated by how he, who is so IT savvy, has been able to implement this. And as a parliamentarian, I think that is a very, very progressive way of setting an example in the country. So that is an example of an individual parliamentarian. But I think in terms of the initiatives that the government is taking and that the private sector is taking, there are many such examples also in that particular concern. There are several government, private sectors, academia and other organization-led initiatives where ICTs are efficiently used to empower the rural populace. My ministry, the Ministry of Rural Development, has developed a number of applications to automate the processes of information generation and strengthening e-governance. ICT intervention have been carried out in a big way in the Department of Land Resources. The new MIS is being developed to monitor integrated watershed management program online and real-time basis, which is expected to take place anytime now. Similarly, the National Land Records modernization program systems have also been developed. Other departments of my ministry, which is the Department of Rural Drinking Water and Sanitation, has also initiated an online monitoring system to look into the performance of the programs of the department. The department has provided 100% grant in aid to the state governments for enabling e-governance up to the sub